When should you export podcast audio as mono or stereo? Imagine you're finalizing your podcast and wondering if you should export your audio as mono or stereo. This decision can affect your file size, sound quality, and listener experience. Let's break down when each option makes sense so you can make the best choice for your show. Mono means one audio channel, so the same sound plays through both the left and right speakers or headphones. Stereo uses two channels, creating a sense of space by panning sounds between the left and right sides. For most spoken word podcasts like interviews, solo shows, or panel discussions, mono is usually the way to go. It keeps your files smaller, which means faster uploads and downloads, and it saves storage space on hosting platforms. Since voices are generally centered, you won't lose clarity or quality by using mono. In fact, it ensures your audience hears everything clearly, no matter what device they listen on. Stereo is helpful when your podcast includes music, sound effects, or other elements that benefit from left-right separation. For example, if you have intro music that moves from left to right or sound effects that seem to come from different directions, stereo makes those effects more immersive. However, stereo files are larger, sometimes nearly double the size of mono files, which can impact your hosting limits and how quickly your episodes load. There's also a middle ground called joint stereo, which encodes stereo sound to reduce file size while preserving most of the stereo effect. This is a good option if your podcast has some stereo elements but you want to keep the file size manageable. For voice-only content, though, joint stereo doesn't offer much advantage over mono. In practice, if your podcast is mostly talking with little or no music or effects, export as mono. It keeps your files small and ensures consistent sound quality. If your show features music effects or anything that benefits from stereo separation, export as stereo. Just remember, larger files take more space and may take longer to upload or download. If you have a mix of both, try joint stereo to balance quality and size, but always listen to your exported file to make sure it sounds good to you. Check your editing software's export settings before finalizing. Some programs default to stereo, which might not be necessary for your content. Exporting in the wrong format can waste space and slow your workflow without improving the listener's experience. Think about your audience too. Most people listen on smartphones, in cars, or through single speakers where stereo effects are often lost. Using mono ensures your voice is clear and accessible to everyone. To sum up, use mono for voice-focused podcasts to save space and keep quality high. Use stereo when your content benefits from left-right effects, and accept the larger size as a trade-off. Always match your export choice to what your content needs and how your audience listens.